eyes shut, but they know, buried alive by the lies in they soul. They stride of a blind man's stroll, but for whom does the next bell toll? I'm too many years in the zone, too many years to have built what I own. And many dumb fools try to take what I've grown, but these roots go deep and you can't blood a stone. So if you wanna push, I'ma shove. If you wanna spar, we can do it, no gloves. And if you're gonna run at me, you better do it hard, cause I fear no fall, no brawl, no scars. I'm 2 pounds shy of a bomb, I'm 1 shade short of alarm. I'm too past wrath that I'm calm, got 2 last laughs in my palms. I'm 3 degrees west of a hurricane, 4-wheel drive with a ball and chain. My 5'7" is irrelevant, I'm 6'6" if you threaten my development. Now see, a wise man learns from your mistakes and lets the blunders of his brother serve to fill his plate. So best be on your way before the tidal wave breaks, cause you don't wanna come to meet the reaper that awaits. Say no more than a mom you can't afford, and you don't wanna let this turn in the lines of mine and yours. And you don't wanna press your luck, but to back up and withdraw, cause trust me when I tell you, you don't want that tooth and claw. And you don't wanna see inside a mind of savage kind, and you don't want that recognition of, oh, there goes that guy. But if you do decide that you were gonna play that hand and try, just think before you act, because your actions go around. A man with a grudge in a case, a man with intent on his face. And if a man walks in a place, let it be known I won't hesitate. This a long time coming like a comet pass, got them all fired up from the rocket blast. And if I fall on my sword, turn my bone to ash, let it clog up the sand in that hourglass. We in the title fight, blow for a blow, and you can reap the benefit of what I have to sow, cause I'm about that worth of which you don't appear to know. So you can take the scene while I take over the show.
It's a long way down when your head is in the clouds, and all around the sirens play. Don't get in my way, don't tell me I should bow, cause I'm no clown. This is not a game, don't get in my way.
You don't wanna say no more than a mom you can't afford, and you don't wanna let this turn in the lines of mine and yours. And you don't wanna press your luck, but to back up and withdraw, cause trust me when I tell you, you don't want that tooth and claw. And you don't wanna see inside a mind of a savage kind, and you don't want that recognition of, oh, there goes that guy. But if you do decide that you're gonna play that hand and try, just think before you act, because your actions go rewind. Poisoned by the snakes in the grass, hoaxed by the rats out the maze. They should've never poked the lion as he passed, cause now it's 2 hawks in a cage. This a tale of a cautionary kind, this a story of that Icarus design. This a message from the hanged man's twine, this when Mother Nature rips apart the fault lines. And this the type of thing that make a grown man cry, when feeble of the spine crumble underneath the grind, when blessings of the meek lead to lessons of the blind, when heaven shows its teeth and the planets are aligned. So amusing is the feeling as they race off, got amusing from the pressure as I chase off. Should've thought it through before we turn the face off. Now this fool sounding like he gonna turn his bass off. This an ace card, cut the game short. You don't wanna have an escalation of the main sword, and you don't wanna feel the flame that burns pride. Now you know the reason why those sleeping dogs lie.
Long way down when your head is in the clouds, and all around the sirens play. Don't get in my way, don't tell me I should bow, cause I'm no clown. This is not a game, don't get in my way.
You don't wanna say no more than a mom you can't afford, and you don't wanna let this turn in the lines of mine and yours. And you don't wanna press your luck, but back up and withdraw, cause trust me when I tell And underneath the money and the power is the tip of something very dangerous, and it's strengthening its grip. And I don't have to tell them that they turn pale with albinism. I am not their keepers, but I keep my own morale in this. And everything we do, just a matter of decision. So if life is just a prison, then I'm breaking out this minute. This is an epidemic of the vultures in the playpen. Weasels with a smile and a gal that leaves them vacant. Businessmen sticking up the lame and out the gate. And thieves wearing suits, but they can never fool the vagrants. And con man bringing them treasures of fool's gold. CEOs grinning from swindling stocks cold. Politicians trading their morals for blindfolds. And cowards step aside as the criminal mind holds. Welcome to the jungle where deception is the code. Brother fighting brother as the avarice corrodes. See that evil, speak that evil, be that evil bold. You are not your own and love's a memory of old. One nation under fraud, the anthem you applaud. Will let the soldier warn, I won't enable or reward. And let the fly swarm, let the noble die strong. This is my storm, new day, new dawn. Habits of the lemmings die hard. Patterns of obsession go far. Digging ditches so they never see the stars. Now all them lessons learned get buried in the yard. And ways of the weapon bombard. Building mountains of them body bags large. Rubbernecking while collision greet your car. And you may know your name but don't know who or what you are. You a slave. You a slave. You a slave. You a slave. Boys to drink that Kool-Aid, suicide. Follow, don't get left behind. Don't think but do just what they certify. You that serve and never choose a side. Vassal of the modern times. And when it all blows up, you duck your head and hide. You out there searching for that silver line, but sweat has covered up the signs. Now the fortune came, but it's gone and it passed you by. You pluck your feathers, now you wonder why you can't lift yourself and fly. We're in the middle of an ocean, no one's hands are dry. If that tree falls, does it make a sound? Can the world stall from the runaround? Can a mind think if it's in a crowd? Can a soul search if it's never found? And can a thing grow when you pin it down? Can we all find peace in the here and now? You can crawl through the mud with your hands bound, but I got plenty of the dirt when I'm underground. You a slave. You a slave, you a slave, and this a slave ship. You a slave, you a slave, you a slave, and this a slave ship. This a slave ship, shackled in those chains, whipped, pushed until you break, fixed, back into the game, quick, march along the pavement, earn that meager wage, spit, do just what they say, skip, work until the pain splits, let the haze lift, pull yourself out of that grave pit, and consider how you became sick. All that labor brought you nothing but your bones sore. All that devotion led to nothing but the sweat pours. And now they want more. Own you to the core. Well, I don't make laws, but I am not yours. And this a mob call. Let them bricks fall. If you want freedom, then just take it. What you waiting for? Don't let your masters tell you this is how it's done. Don't let the wicked fool you. This is how the world is won. That mayhem can't continue if the noble don't succumb. That forest on fire paved the way to what becomes. They tell you disregard the doubts that creep across your mind. They tell you there is simply nothing more for you to find. They tell you time to wake up and get back into the line. These pyramids don't build themselves, now go resume the grind. I tell them I don't follow in the footsteps of insane. I tell them I don't trail along a path with no terrain. I tell them you can work the fields and bask in all your grain, but I for one don't live to work, I will not live in vain. You a slave, and this is slave ship. 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 This twisted culture got you feeding from its hand, but you will lose that food if you don't meet all their demands. And loyal is the soldier that gets slaughtered with the lambs. Examining the blueprints, got you questioning the plans. And if a man fall, does it make a sound? Will the world stall from the runaround? Does a mind think when it in the crowd? How can the soul search if it's never found? And can the thing breathe if it's always being drowned? Can the leaders of the lost forever disavow? And you can stare at the sky while you on the ground, but I'ma wait until I die to take it lying down. This a mob call, let them bricks fall. This a mob call, now let them bricks fall. This a mob call, let them bricks fall. If you want freedom, then just take it, what you waiting for? Red from the blood, rose cheeks dull from the mud, hands worn through from the sludge, a self no longer begrudged, and murder is a potion of love, sacrifice devotion thereof, and he without sin never was. Now a changing of the guard has begun, a kingdom that belies the internal, is a prison of the mind that's infernal, and eternal is the lie turned plague. So I've dug this grave so my truth won't fade. I feel the war paint on my face, I feel the ground tremble and quake, I feel my heart sink to the pace that these war drums make. I feel alive and awake, and all I see is war path ahead of me. Each and every step I welcome readily, and if my lack of fear bring the death of me, let the spirits of my ancestors envelop me. So know this is that Armageddon coming, a flood that goes beyond the refuge high upon the summit. A sun become whole, black hole on consumption, spun inside itself into a beacon that is summoned. That creature of the deep that leaves a pit inside your stomach, that rumbling beneath that boat's arrival from above, and that nature of the beast that feeds upon the will to numb it. That monster brought the seed of life, from now I have become it. And I feel like I got a gun, like I've been changed more ways than one, and this whole world has just begun, and it's so nice to meet me. And I feel like I got a gun, like I've been changed more ways than one, and this whole world has just begun, and it's so nice to meet me. Self once masked by these stains, that filth washed out with the rain. When I'm done, only thing that remains is a tombstone etched with my name. Look into a face that is changed, recognize the corpse in that grave, resurrect what's lost can be saved. I am now free, once slave, and I am not a part of a game. I am not a moth to a flame, I am both man and brigade. I won't be denied or restrained, I am what the weak can obtain. I am what survives if it's slain, I am rest in peace if you aim. No, I am not built of the same. Like I opponent, death in a rage. He said he had the truth that I crave. Then my sword through his chest I gave. Ain't no one command, I behave. Never put my faith in plans best laid. And I don't follow rules that you made. I think it's time I set this whole bitch ablaze. On the precipice of slaughter is the Lord. Angels and they demons come together with a cause. And I don't think you really know